When he said 5 days in jail, I had to look around real quick and like make sure that he was talking about me. Like, hold on, is he dead ass talking about me? Like do y'all have the right person? You said jail, sir. That 10 seconds cost me a week in jail. But I respect him for giving me jail time because I definitely needed it. But I promise y'all, jail would never see me again, okay? Hey y'all, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kaya. I'm 24 years old. I'm just a regular old girl in her 20s going through it just like anybody else. I'm just basically here to just do a little story time, tell you about my experience in jail, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get straight into it. What's today's date? I think it's like September something, September 14th. Okay, so back in June I had got pulled over for speeding and I was doing 160. Yeah, it was 4:30 in the morning. Literally, I was on my way home from work. It's early in the morning, so I'm always used to it just being me on the road. I'm like 10 minutes away from home, and this one particular night I'm just like, you know what, I'm about to push this bitch. So I'm driving, it's just me on the road, and mind y'all, this is straightaway, so I'm just like, all right, let me just see how fast I could go. You know, I'm just trying to put my little Nissan Sentra to the test. So it's another car like way down, but it's far like in front of me. So I'm speeding. I see a car and I slow down a little bit because I'm like, all right, usually I know the difference between a regular car lights and 12 lights. So I'm like, all right, that ain't 12. That don't even look like the lights from the back. I know from the headlight. So I'm still cruising. I slow down a little bit, but as I'm passing this car, I hit the brake just a little bit because I'm like, all right, let me slow down. Mind you, I was not even speeding for more than 10 seconds, literally. Like, I hit the gas, I hit 100, I passed that car. It just happened so motherfucking fast. Like, I didn't even get a chance to actually speed. You know how you just speed and like just to speed? You know, I wasn't doing that. It was just a straightaway and I just hit the gas and for 2 seconds, and then I was gonna slow down. Like, I low-key be scared to even go that fast, but I just wanted to put my car to the test, okay? Anybody that has a car has put their car to the test. Like, what? But I just got caught. And I never got caught before, but this one time I got caught. More of the story is, got pulled over, he gave me my ticket. It was quick and easy. He was like, I'm good, my background was good. He said usually they lock you up on the spot, like when they pull you over, but I guess he looked at my background, was like, I'm good. He's seen that I didn't have no prior tickets. So he's like, all right, you're good. Like, bye, get home safe. I'll see you in court. You got 2 court dates. I had court like that next week after I got pulled over. Luckily, I got an early court date, so it was like July was my first court date. Fast forward, court comes up, the first court date. First court date was basically for us to get our lawyer. Yeah, basically for us to get a lawyer. And yeah, so I go to court. It was a whole bunch of people. It was like 30 people. You know, if you know how court is set up, you know, like it just be a whole bunch of people. So it's people, I'm waiting in line and they asking us all these questions. They asking us our name, social, where we work, how much we make a year, how much we make an hour, how much our house. They asking us a whole bunch of personal questions. So I'm telling him the honest truth. I'm telling him everything I make, how much my car is, how much I pay a month. I'm telling him everything, not knowing that you're supposed to lie. Well, you're not supposed to lie, but anybody that know to not tell these people the 100% truth about every, you know, just like, you know, if you try and get EBT or something, you ain't gonna tell them every motherfucking thing because you trying to get that EBT, you know. But I know. So I go in court. Like I said, it's like 35 people in there. Everybody goes up there and to the judge, and he's going to tell you whether you get approved for a court-appointed lawyer or if you got to go get your own lawyer. So everybody going up and everybody's getting approved for the court-appointed lawyer. And my name gets called. Mind y'all, my name gets called last. Fast forward, he tells me I don't get approved for a court-appointed lawyer. And in my head, I'm like, what? So now what? Like, he's like, so you have to go find and go pay out of pocket for your own lawyer because you should be able to afford, you make too much basically. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, all right. And he's like, just to let you know, you can go to jail for this charge, so I recommend that you really get a lawyer. And in my head, I'm thinking like, why the fuck do I need a lawyer if I know that I'm guilty? I know that I was going 160. I know, you know, I was caught. Like, it's no need for me to get a lawyer because I could just represent myself. But he just like, you need to get a lawyer. He's like, if you want to avoid jail time, get a lawyer. And I'm just like, okay. I got like another month left until my next court date, so I got enough time to find a lawyer. Asking people, I'm doing my research. I asked my mom how I can find a lawyer, and she had put me on. She was like, oh, I was waiting for this moment. Like, she said straight up, she was like, I was waiting for this moment. I knew somebody in the family was going to need it, so she always had a lawyer for the family. And she was like, all right, you could just use this lawyer, da da da. She gave me the number. I called, got my lawyer, boom. When I was going that fast, I really didn't expect to get caught. When I passed the officer, I knew at that moment. And when I realized and seen the side of the car and it said police, I was like, fuck. Like, at that moment, my heart sunk, like, literally, because I knew I was hit. Like, you know, like, I just knew. I got all the way in the slow lane. I'm like, fuck. The cop got right behind me, and I just knew, like, fuck, I'm about to get pulled over right the fuck now. And he sure did pull me over. I wasn't mad. I wasn't, like, sad or crying or nothing. I was just more like, damn. Like, you feel me? And then, like, how I was feeling during court. Anybody that knows that court is just like, nobody wants to be there. Like, it's always like a nervous feeling that I have when I go to court, no matter what it is, because you just never know. Because judges, they either have their good days or they have their bad days. While I'm waiting for my second court date, I'm like panicking. I'm doing my research. I'm looking on Google. I'm looking on YouTube. I'm looking on TikTok. I'm asking family. I'm asking my friends. I'm asking people I know. I'm just like, bro, so I got this speeding ticket. Like, what you think gonna happen? And everybody's telling me like, you're gonna be good, bro. This your first offense, bro. You gonna be good. Like, I'm just like, bro, but the judge said I could potentially go to jail. And they like, bro, I swear to God, you're not going to jail, bro. Everybody talk about I'm good. The whole time I had to go to motherfucking jail. Let's talk about the second court date. The second court date comes up. When I tell y'all, I was literally like, that night before court, I was so nervous. I was so shitty. Like, and when I say shitty, I mean specifically shitty. Like, I know that might be TMI, but when I get nervous, I tend to shit a lot. Like, it's just like when I was in high school, I used to do theater, and every time I would have to do a play or go on stage, right before then I gotta go take a shit. Or when I ran track and I had to fucking race somebody or motherfucking throw them motherfucking shot put, girl, I had to take a shit right before it. When I'm nervous, I always gotta take a shit. So yeah, I'm motherfucking shitty as hell the day before court. I'm just like, bro, y'all, I can't motherfucking take this shit. I'm so nervous. I'm talking to my close friends like, y'all, I'm literally shaking in my boots. And I'm telling y'all, I got court in the morning, and I could see if it was like a little regular smuggler ticket, like I wouldn't be stressing that much. But bitch, I was doing 160 fucking ticket, cause I ain't had that dick in a minute. But no, y'all, for real, help me, like, girl. As long as my license don't get suspended, and as long as I don't go to jail, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, y'all, I'm stressing. I'm literally shitting on myself. Jail. That's the only two things I did not want to happen, was jail time and my license suspended. It's the morning of court. I am so nervous. I go into the courtroom. I'm nervous. I'm just in my head the whole day. I'm trying to figure out what consequence I'm gonna have to do. My lawyer comes in there. He screams for my name. I go out in the hallway. Mind y'all, never seen this man. Was old as hell, hunchback, could barely fucking talk, could barely walk. I'm looking at him like, damn, you here to represent me? Like, I could have just represented myself. He comes out in the hallway, barely can walk. I'm like, damn, like, you could have been in bed right now, sir. Like, I know you've been working a long time, but it's okay, we're tired. So he just asking me little questions, like, about myself. And he was like, why was I going that fast? Mind you, I had came out with this whole ass lie. I came up with this lie. I'm like, I had to rush home because my grandma, she had fell out of, God forbid, I'm sorry, grandma. I'm sorry, mama. We call her mama. But I was just like, my grandma, she had fell out the bed and I was just had to rush home and get her, because so he's like, okay. He did not even listen to everything I had to say, literally. Like, he was just like, why were you speeding so much? And I'm just like, well, my grandma, he could just tell I was lying, because I just had that shit. I was just putting details, too many details. Like, you just know how you just, I was lying, and you can tell I was lying. Like, and he barely wanted to hear it, but he was just like, okay, your grandma, all right, I know exactly what I'm gonna say. Y'all, we get into court, the judge comes in there, asks us to all rise, you know, the little typical stuff, and my name gets called first. My name never gets called first, ever. So when he said Kya first, my heart sunk to my asshole, like literally. Like, I was like, oh my god, because I was expecting to like watch the other people, like see what the other people get charged with, but no, like I literally had to go up there first. Like, the way I was feeling at that moment, I just knew I was fucked. I'm like, bro, my paperwork is at the top. Like, y'all got my name at the top. That mean, I'm just thinking like, yo, I probably got the worst charge in here. That's probably why I'm at the top. I'm just overthinking, because I'm a very big overthinker. Like, I overthink everything. Even if it's so small, I overthink it, you know. And that's one thing I'm working on. But I was just overthinking everything. I'm just like, bro, like I'm walking up there, heart is beating. My hands is so motherfucking sweaty. So I don't know how to put my hands, because I'm just like nervous. And I'm up there in front of the judge, like we're dead ass like 2 feet away from each other. My lawyer is right next to me. I go up there, the judge is looking at a piece of paper, and he's looking down the whole time. He did not look up one time at my lawyer, at me. He didn't look at me one time. Like, he did not give a fuck. He was reading that paper. My lawyer is right next to me, and he trying to convince the judge, like, yeah, she was speeding because her grandma, she fell out the bed, and she also had all time to dementia. Like, he's trying to convince him, but he was not hearing none of it. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I already got my mind made up just by that number. Like, dead ass. He did not care what the judge had to say. And another thing that pissed me off about the lawyer is he gonna ask the judge, like, yeah, can she just go ahead and do 10 hours of community service? What? I looked over and was like, are you dead ass? Did you just really just ask that? Like, I should have just represented. Like, in my head at that moment, I was like, bro, I should just represent myself, because I can't believe this lawyer just asked this judge for 10 hours of community service. Sir, I was going 160. This judge is not letting me do no 10 hours of community service. Be for real. You could have asked for driving school. You could have asked for anything other than fucking 10 hours. You could have asked for 100 hours of community service. 10? Come on now, be fucking for real. So I'm already looking over like I'm fucked. The judge nodded his head and was like, no. He didn't even look up. He's just still looking at the paper, doing this. But y'all, that judge came out his mouth and was like, we're gonna have to give her a $500 fine and 5 days jail time. When he said 5 days in jail, y'all, when he said 5 days in jail, I had to look around real quick and like make sure that he was talking about me. Like, literally, like I had to look around, look behind me, like, hold on, is he dead ass talking about me? Like, can I look at that paper and make sure that shit say Kya on it? Like, do y'all have the right person? You said jail, sir. 5 days weekend time. So I go to the clerk office, and the lawyer, my lawyer is telling me, trying to explain to me, like, it's like, good thing your license didn't get suspended. Just do your time and slow down. And I was not expecting jail time, okay? I think that same night or either the next day, they had emailed me a long little fucking list, a list of rules, you know. It was telling me how much the jail rent was gonna be. I think it was like $7 a day. So I had to pay, what, $35 for my jail rent. They scheduled my orientation date. I show up to orientation, and I'm expecting orientation to be like chill. Like, whole time I'm forgetting it's jail, Kya. Like, it's literally jail. They not about to walk down and give you a whole tour of the building. Like, But I go to orientation and I'm thinking it's about to be peaches and cream. Whole time we're booking, like they're booking us in. We got all our information, did our mugshot, which I was not prepared for. And then orientation, we had to bend over and cough. Like, oh my god, like I never want to experience that because it just was not it. Okay, orientation only lasted like 2 hours. Also, a good thing is orientation counted as like one day completed. So after that, I only had to do 4 days, which was good. So I only had to do like 2 days, 2 weekends. I ended up doing my weekend time during the week, so I would go in Wednesday and come out Friday because I work weekends. So yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, so jail time. First day of jail comes up. Oh my gosh, y'all. First day of jail. And y'all, since I had to complete my jail time during the week, we had orientation on that Tuesday. They told me to come in the very next day. Mind y'all, the jail time was not supposed to start until that Friday, Saturday. But they told me come in the next day. I'm just like, oh my god, I thought they was gonna give me another week or something, like another month. Be like, all right, da da da. So they got straight to it and said, come in tomorrow. I was like, I guess. We got jail coming up and I'm watching 60 Days In. I'm watching jail shows. I'm watching literally, like I said, I'm an overthinker, so I need to prepare myself for anything. So I'm watching jail shows. I'm trying to prepare myself. I'm trying to just, you know, see what to expect when I get to jail because, you know, it's my first time. Like, I did not know what to expect. My first day of jail comes, and if you did not watch that video, go watch it. I did do a get ready with me to turn myself in, so go check out that video. But yeah, that whole day, I think I had got off of work at 5 a.m. I had to turn myself in at 6 p.m. that day, and I stayed up the whole day when I got off of work at 5 a.m. So I was up for hours after that trying to just like keep myself up so when I got to the jail I could just go straight to sleep. If you follow me on Instagram, I was trolling about this whole shit because I could not believe that I had to do jail time over that. Like, I'm like, damn, I was only speeding, like, but I was doing 160, but damn, like, you really gonna give me jail time? Like, I was so pissed at that judge. I'm like, bro, this judge really gonna give me jail time? I get there at 7. There's another girl right there sitting on the bench. I get there and I'm chilling. Luckily, I had my phone. He comes and get us probably like 11 o'clock. Mind you, I had to turn myself in at 7. Y'all, this lady was so rude. Like, this lady was so freaking rude. Like, the lady we had during orientation, she was cool. Like, she was cool as a bitch. Like, she was like, all right, this y'all first time, like, don't stress it, it ain't nothing, y'all. But this lady, she was from the big prison, so she used to girls like being rude and cussing her out. But when she was rude as hell to me, I straight told that lady, like, I straight told her, like, Jadass, you do not have to talk to me like that. Like, I'm doing everything you're asking me to do. Like, you don't have to have an attitude or nothing because I'm genuinely being respectful to you, so be respectful to me, okay? And I'm just like, girl, I'm not even in here for no serious ass charge. I'm in here for speed, and so, like, respect me. I'm not in here for murder. I'm not in here for robbing a nigga. I'm not in here for beating a nigga ass. I'm not in here for none of that. I'm in here for simply speeding. And I didn't even get the speed for long. She tells us to bend over and cough. We spread our cheeks. We bend over, we cough. They give us a blanket. They give us a sheet, a towel, and a cloth. And we walk into the back. We stop at this big ass gym that had like a closet full of mats. So we go in there, we grab our mat. I just know that they never spray or clean these mats, bro. So we grab them bitches, we dragging them to the room. The way this cell, or the way this room was set up was, it was like it low-key looked like a dorm room. Like, I guess they call it population or something. I could be wrong, I don't know what they call it, but it wasn't like a regular cell. Like, you go behind a closed door and they go on lockdown. Like, it wasn't nothing like that. You was always in an open population. I was so bored, I wrote down everything. I was counting the beds, I was counting everything, I was counting the sit. It was 24 bunk beds in total when you walk in. So in total it was what, 48 beds, I think. They can fit like up to 50 girls in there. So I was already like, bro, I really hope it's not that many girls in here, because I don't have time for the attitudes, the rude people. I am a sweet girl, but deep down, like, I'm gonna be real, I was expecting to go in there and have somebody come up to me like, what's your name? And just be bullied and this and the third. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I go in there and there's 2 other girls just laying in their beds chilling, and it's 2 other girls with me. So it's a total of 5 of us in there the first weekend. I go in there, I find my bunk bed. The first thing I do is get a book, because I'm like, girl, you gonna have to get a book or something, because ain't shit else to do. They had a Roku TV. They had like tables, like metal tables, showers with like doors on them, so you was able to like have your own shower, and it was like closed out with a door. And then they had 4 toilets. The toilets was like kind of set up different, like they was like waistline, like you can see like you can see the next person heads just sitting on top. Like it was like waistline, you couldn't see from the waist down, but you definitely can look over. And yeah, I did not like that at all. And then they have your sinks, of course. They had like 5, 6 sinks, and they also had a microwave, and they also had like a water cooler. Also, they had like 3 phones on the wall. Oh, and they also had Uno, they had chess, they had some shitter books and cards, of course, but I didn't play any of those. So my first night, like, sleeping was like so uncomfortable, like, and the mats was not comfortable at all. And mind y'all, the first night it was a crazy ass thunderstorm. So it was thunderstorming real bad. The power had went out. I read 2 books and they were so good. And that, y'all, that was my first time actually finishing a book in 24 hours. Like, out of my 24 years of living, that was the first time I finished a whole book. First night, like I said, it was thunderstorming real bad, and I just could not sleep. That was like the worst night ever, because I just kept tossing and turning. And then when I did go to sleep, like, I would sleep like this on my arm, so my arm would be asleep, so I always have to wake up and like turn, and then this arm would end up falling asleep. Y'all, my back was hurting on that cot thing. I'm just like, bro, this is not the place to be. And then every fucking 30 minutes, the guard, they come in there and walk around, check on you, so you can't even get comfortable enough to sleep, because they're constantly coming in there, or you constantly hear their keys, or you constantly hear that door slamming. Like, that door was the most annoying because it was so loud. Like, I could be in a deep sleep, but every time they come in talk about some breakfast trays, I'm like, oh my god, fuck that, I don't want any of that. But when they came in for breakfast trays, it was probably like 7 in the morning, 8 a.m. and y'all, I'm not a morning person at all. And mind y'all, when I woke up, the lights was so bright, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm in jail. That first night I was in jail, I literally forgot I was in there. Like, you know how when you stay the night over somebody's house, and then like you wake up the next day and you think you home or something? Girl, I woke up and realized I was still in jail. I was like, oh my god. I woke up, they gave us these trays. I don't even know why they think it's okay to feed people that food. For real. I opened that bitch, that shit just looked like they just threw a whole bunch of shit together. It looked like straight dog food, like, I'm not gonna kid you. Like, and then they give you milk inside of a bag. I'm like, they really treat you like you're an animal, and it's not right. And I'm just thinking, like, damn, like, I don't belong here. Like, I just got a little speeding ticket. Like, can I like DoorDash myself some food? I know I was going 160, but please, like, I'm a good person. I wanted to show y'all some of the stuff they give us, okay? So they give you this little brown spoon. I can't find it nowhere. I did bring it home so I can show y'all in this video, but they give you this little brown spoon. It's so flappy, and like, you can bend it. It's like a plastic spoon. You could barely pick shit up. Girl, that spoon was not it, okay? They give you this little black comb. They give you this little body wash, soap. Oh yeah, I did not take a shower the whole time. I'm sorry, call me dirty. I was not stepping in nobody gel shower, and then I didn't even have shower shoes at that. So who the fuck is, no, I definitely did not shower for them 2 days. But the first thing I did when I got home was shower, but I was not showering. I don't give a fuck, call me dirty. The only thing I did was brush my teeth and like wipe my face with water. You dead ass get no privileges in that bitch. Then they give you this bar soap. They also give you this deodorant, never used. Then they also give you this flappy ass pen. Who the two? I got like 4 of them. But all this shit is going in the trash soon as this video is up, because I simply saved this stuff for this video. But yes, these are the pens they give you, y'all. Everything is plastic, everything is like, and of course toothpaste and the toothbrush, the only 2 things that I used, literally. Oh yeah, and then like the second week I was there, I was in there the whole time by myself. Like I had that big ass pod to myself the second week I was in there. So the second week was kind of cool because I knew what to expect. I was just trying to get it over with. But I promise y'all, jail would never see me again, okay? It's not cute. It's not a place to be. It definitely taught me a lot, like definitely an eye-opener. That's the first time I had to put my phone down. And it just was an eye-opener for everything. And if you've been in jail before, you just know, like, when you're in jail, all you do is fucking think all day. All you do is think. You just be in your head thinking about everything, like just the smallest shit. Like just think about life. I would just think about everything. Like, girl, I can't believe you in jail right now. I definitely had a crazy past, and I always thought I would go to jail, but I feel like right now was like the perfect time for me to go there. So back then, I feel like if I would have went to jail, I was just too young, and I had this mindset where I really didn't give a fuck about anything. So if I would have went to jail back then, I probably would have just kept going back because I didn't give a fuck. But now that I feel like me going to jail for the first time at 24 was like perfect, because yeah, I'm never going back. Like dead ass, I'm not going back unless it's over my family, dead ass. For real. That's the only time I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll go back to jail. I'll go back to jail by mom. I'll go back to jail by mom. It definitely is not the place to be. And for all you niggas that just think it's cute as fuck to just go back and forth to jail, it's not cute. I can't believe I used to be attracted to that. Like, now actually sitting in that bitch, I'm just like, how do niggas do this shit? And then there's some people that really don't learn a lesson. Like, they just back in jail. Yeah, it definitely taught me that one small thing can literally cost your life, like forever. Like, one little thing can cost your whole entire life. One little small mistake or one little thing that you do, like whether it be you drinking and driving or just your anger in general, like just getting mad over something so small, and you end up hurting someone because you got so mad, and you done cost your life that lasted what, 3 minutes of a bad decision. Like, y'all see how I was speeding for literally 10 seconds? That 10 seconds cost me a week in jail. Like, but yeah, like I said, jail is definitely not for me. I was not expecting it, but I'm glad. Like, now looking back, at that moment I was upset with the judge. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, fuck this judge, like fuck him. But I respect him for giving me that, because I definitely needed it. And not even just for like speeding, I just needed a reality eye-opener. Like, girl, is niggas really in jail, and you just need to appreciate what the fuck you got. Like, dead ass, because there's niggas out here that really don't got shit. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is my experience in jail. I hope that I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. But yeah, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also, my name is Kaya. But yeah, like I said, jail would never see me again. I don't even want to surround myself with niggas that think that shit is cute. I'm definitely gonna slow down. You will not see me get pulled over ever again. Hopefully. I pray. Yeah, thank you guys. We out.